At 23 years old, Ava Williams and Kiara Blake were internet royalty. Their faces appeared on billboards advertising beauty brands. Their travel vlogs gained millions of views. Every dance challenge they posted became a trend. Fans admired not only their glamorous lifestyle, but their friendship. "You two are friendship goals," people often commented. And for years, it was true. They shared everything. Apartments, closets, secrets, dreams. If Kiara succeeded, Ava celebrated. If Ava cried, Kiara stayed up all night comforting her. The world believed nothing could separate them. Until Daniel Reed entered their lives. It started at a luxury brand launch. Cameras flashed as two best friends made a dazzling red carpet entrance, celebrating another incredible milestone. Radiating elegance and confidence, they smiled, embraced, and waved to cheering fans, proving that success feels even more special when shared together. The room buzzed with influencers, photographers, and local celebrities. Kiara was busy live streaming, while Ava wandered toward the refreshment table. That's when she saw him. He stood near the balcony doors, wearing a fitted black shirt and dark jeans. He wasn't trying to impress anyone. He simply existed. Tall, handsome, confident. His smile appeared occasionally whenever someone spoke to him. Ava couldn't stop staring. She immediately straightened her posture. She approached him. "Hi," she said confidently. "I'm Ava." "I know who you are," Daniel replied politely. "You follow me?" He smiled. "My younger sister does." Ava laughed. They talked briefly. She flirted. He remained respectful. When she asked if he'd like to grab dinner sometime, Daniel hesitated. "You seem nice," he said carefully, "but I'm honestly not interested in dating anyone right now." Ava blinked. Nobody rejected her. Men practically begged for her attention. "Are you serious?" she asked. "I just don't want to lead you on." He offered an apologetic smile. "It was nice meeting you." Then he walked away. For the first time in years, Ava felt invisible, humiliated, rejected. She forced a smile when she reunited with Kiara. Then, weeks later, Kiara met Daniel at a literacy charity event. They bonded over spilled books and shared laughter. Conversation flowed effortlessly. There were no rehearsed smiles, no influencer personas, just authenticity. At the end of the evening, Daniel asked her out. Kiara came home glowing. "I met someone." "Who?" Ava asked. "Daniel Reed." The smile slipped from Ava's face. "The same Daniel? You know him?" Ava forced a laugh. "He rejected me." Kiara's excitement immediately faded. "Oh, Ava." "It's okay," Ava said quickly. "You should still go." Kiara hugged her. "I love you." Ava hugged her back. "I love you too." But beneath the words, jealousy quietly bloomed. That night, Ava couldn't stop thinking about Daniel. She lay in bed, looking at the ceiling. She checked his social media constantly. She replayed their conversation repeatedly. Maybe he was playing hard to get. Maybe he was intimidated. Maybe he changed his mind. No. He said he didn't want a relationship, but now he wanted to date my friend. Never. If I can't have him. The thought slipped into her mind before she could stop it. If I can't have him, neither will you, Kiara. Kiara and Daniel started dating. At first, Ava convinced herself it wouldn't last. Maybe Daniel would lose interest. Maybe Kiara would end things. Instead, they grew closer. They went hiking, cooked together, volunteered together. He attended Kiara's events. She supported his business launches. For the first time, Kiara seemed genuinely happy outside their influencer world. Ava hated it. She hated watching Kiara smile after video calls. Hated hearing Daniel's name. Hated how everyone commented online. "You and Daniel are relationship goals." You finally found your prince. We love this for you. Ava smiled on camera, then cried in private. Eventually, jealousy became obsession. She created anonymous accounts. At first, she left harmless comments. He seems suspicious. They won't last. Then she escalated. Fake screenshots appeared online, suggesting Daniel had been messaging other women. Anonymous gossip pages received tips, claiming he only dated Kiara for clout. Rumors spread rapidly. Fans dissected every detail. Was Daniel cheating? Was Kiara being used? The internet exploded. Kiara sat on their couch, scrolling through her phone. I don't understand. Ava pretended concern. People are horrible. Daniel arrived shortly afterward. They're fake, he said firmly. I've never spoken to these women. Kiara looked exhausted. I know. You believe me? Without hesitation, she answered. Yes. Daniel squeezed her hand. We'll get through this. Ava watched quietly. The rumors hadn't worked. So she tried harder. She encouraged gossip during live streams. She planted stories among influencer circles. She hinted that Daniel wasn't who he claimed to be. People listened. Because Ava was trusted, the pressure intensified. Paparazzi followed them. Comment sections became battlegrounds. One evening, Daniel sat across from Kiara. Has Ava ever seemed off to you? Kiara frowned. What do you mean? I don't know. He hesitated. Every rumor seems connected somehow. Kiara immediately defended her friend. Ava would never do that. Daniel nodded. You're right. But doubt had entered Kiara's mind. One evening, Daniel took Kiara to dinner. I have a business retreat in Turks and Caicos next month, he said. Kiara smiled. Okay. I rented my private jet. Her eyes widened. You have a private jet? Daniel laughed. It's leased through the company. Then he reached into his pocket. Come with me. Kiara squealed. Seriously? I want you there. She threw herself into his arms. Yes. Later that evening, she excitedly told Ava, We're going to Turks and Caicos. Ava stared at her. You mean you're leaving me? What? You have a man now. Ava, you don't remember me anymore. Kiara blinked. What are you talking about? You used to include me in everything. Ava, this is a couple's trip. Ava looked away. It's fine. No, it's not. You'll have fun without me. Kiara immediately felt guilty. She remembered every promise they'd made. Best friends forever. Nothing would change. She couldn't bear seeing Ava hurt. So she made a decision. What if you came with us? Ava turned toward her. What? You should come. Aren't you sure Daniel won't mind? Kiara smiled. You're my best friend. Against Daniel's initial hesitation, he agreed. He trusted Kiara. He wanted her happy. 3 days later, they boarded the private jet. Kiara couldn't stop smiling. Ava looked around the luxurious interior in amazement. This is insane. Daniel chuckled. Comfortable enough? More than comfortable. Champagne flowed. Soft music played. Clouds drifted beneath them. It should have been perfect. Instead, Kiara slowly began noticing things she'd never paid attention to before. Ava laughed a little too loudly at Daniel's jokes, touched his arm during conversations, complimented his appearance repeatedly. You clean up nicely, Daniel. You smell amazing. I can see why Kiara likes you. Daniel politely redirected conversations. Kiara noticed, but she said nothing. Maybe she was imagining it. Once they arrived at their beachfront villa, the pattern continued. At dinner, Ava wore fitted designer dresses. During excursions, she insisted on taking photos with Daniel. At the pool, she emerged wearing glamorous swimsuits while complimenting him endlessly. You must have women throwing themselves at you. Daniel shifted uncomfortably. I only want one. His eyes found Kiara, Kiara smiled, but quietly, she took notes. One afternoon, she spotted Ava laughing beside Daniel on the balcony. "You know," Ava said, "you and I actually met first." Daniel looked confused. "You mentioned that. Funny how life works." He nodded. "It is. If things had gone differently." "Ava." His voice remained respectful. "I love Kiara." She smiled tightly. "Of course." One night, Daniel fell ill from seafood poisoning and encouraged Kiara to enjoy a girls' night out with Ava. At the club, Ava secretly slipped something into Kiara's drink. Trusting her best friend, Kiara drank it without suspicion. They danced, laughed, and attracted plenty of attention until Kiara suddenly became dizzy and weak, begging Ava to take her home. She was instead led to a secluded corner where Ava paid a man to mess with her and snapped compromising photos. Shocked to recognize Kiara as someone he admired, the man refused, condemning Ava's betrayal. "You are evil," he said before walking away. Defeated, Ava reluctantly took Kiara home. The next morning, Kiara woke with a pounding headache and growing suspicion that someone had tampered with her drink. Though she didn't want to believe Ava could betray her, she told Daniel everything. After enjoying a private breakfast together in their hotel room, Daniel returned to the nightclub and reviewed the security footage. To his shock, he saw Ava slipping something into Kiara's drink and leading her away, hoping to ruin their relationship. He secured a copy of the video as evidence and told Kiara the truth. Together, they decided to act innocent and wait for Ava's next move. Later that night, Kiara sat beside Ava on the beach. "You having fun?" "Of course. You know Daniel loves me." Ava hesitated. "I know." Kiara studied her best friend. "I hope nothing changes between us." Ava forced a smile. "Nothing ever will." But Kiara wasn't blind. She simply loved Ava enough not to embarrass her. After the vacation ended, life returned to normal. On the surface. Beneath it, Ava's jealousy deepened. Beneath glittering crystal chandeliers, at a luxurious charity gala, Daniel took Kiara's hands and led her to the center of the ballroom. With family, friends, and influential guests watching, he dropped to one knee and opened a velvet box, revealing a breathtaking diamond ring. "Kiara Blake," he said softly, "you've brought joy, peace, and unconditional love into my life. Will you marry me?" Through tears of happiness, Kiara whispered, "Yes." The room erupted into applause. Consumed by jealousy, Ava made one final attempt to destroy their happiness. But Daniel and Kiara had already uncovered the truth. They confronted her privately with the evidence. Ava collapsed into tears. "I'm so sorry," she cried. "I let my insecurities ruin everything. Please forgive me." Kiara hugged her gently. "I forgive you, Ava," she said. "But forgiveness doesn't mean reopening doors that betrayal has closed." Months later, Daniel and Kiara exchanged vows in a breathtaking wedding ceremony, surrounded by the people who truly supported them. Ava wasn't invited. The wedding looked like a scene from a fairy tale. White roses and cascading. Orchids lined the aisle beneath sparkling chandeliers and soft candlelight. Kiara walked toward Daniel in a breathtaking gown, tears shining in her eyes as he looked at her with pure admiration and love. Their vows were heartfelt promises of loyalty, friendship, and choosing each other every single day. Guests wiped away tears as laughter, music, and joyful applause filled the elegant ballroom. Their first dance was filled with tenderness and happiness, as if the rest of the world disappeared. In that moment, they weren't influencers. They were simply two people deeply in love, celebrating the beginning of forever. Alone in her apartment, she scrolled through Instagram, tears streaming down her face as she watched clips of the wedding she once dreamed of attending. Moral of the story: jealousy destroys trust, Love cannot be forced. And forgiveness is possible, but some relationships are meant to be released, not restored.